Today we're going to jump into compression. So let's see, how would we compress data? Okay, here's a compression, right? We use abbreviations, right? So these are some things that I might use. What are some abbreviations that you would use? And please explain some new ones to me. Okay, so why do we use these abbreviations? What's the advantage? Yeah, it's just faster, right? Save time, save thumb clicks. Okay, so there's probably a way for us to abbreviate some of this so that, um, we have less characters. Okay. And we don't want to lose any data, so we'll just replace items with symbols. So we have uh, a sun will represent underscore the underscore. And so we've got that replaced a couple of times here. And then we've got TTER underscore, and we'll replace that with the umbrella. And then we can even copy this umbrella and paste it in here. So we could say PI and then umbrella, which is PITTER underscore, pitter, patter. And then we can even abbreviate that even further by the snowman, uh, I don't know, what is that? Rocket? I don't know what that is. Snowman rocket can be a star. And we'll compress this original message down to this. And this is lossless compression. So we can always get back the original by just making all the replacements. Nothing is lost in this compression. Okay. How are the messages the same as the first one? Yeah. What actually gets sent to your friend? You actually need a couple of things. So they need this message, but they also need the key so they can decode it later. Okay. So go to lesson 9, level 1, and try to compress this text. See how good you can get one of these. Okay. If you'd like to choose a different text, you can click here and choose a different set of words or like a poem or something, and see how much compression you can get. Maybe compete with a friend next to you. Okay. While you're compressing, take a look at this compression ratio, right? So how well are you doing? How good are you doing at compression? 25%, 50%, 80% maybe? Depends on the message, but you get the idea. Okay. So what strategy did you use to compress the text? Which ones seem to be the most successful? Which ones weren't? Sometimes you notice you tried to compress it, but you made it bigger, right? So that didn't work. But which ones were most successful? Take a look at this video and come back. All right. So use some of these different strategies and maybe strategies that you've heard from your friends. Okay. Explore some of these different ones. If you choose that last one, yeah, you could probably compress that pretty tightly. Maybe even into the 90%. Okay, with your neighbor, just decide which is an easy message to compress and which is a difficult message, and then just kind of work on those. Okay, just think about what made some messages easier to compress, what made other messages more difficult, and journal a little bit. So you've got one definition today: lossless compression. Compression that doesn't lose any information and you can get back to the original.